Monday warrior, mean, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant.
And we are ready for step one of the auto air system process that we're going to be using for the paint job on the 74 Torino GT that I'm building for the Pro Street Group build, hosted by Dylan at New York State Modeling. We're going to jump right into it. First of all, let me throw out this disclaimer before I get started. This is not going to be a short video. If you cannot sit through a rather long video, then the little scroll, there's a little scroll tool there, scroll button, you can scroll across to the end, see how it comes out, or you can just bypass this video altogether. This video is going to be a tutorial for those of the community who are either new to airbrushing or at least new to the auto air paint system and want to learn kind of how to apply this set of products, with the end product being the Auto Air Candy 2.0, candy, in this case Candy Blue, and we're going to be mixing that with Wicked Blue Pearl for our top coat, our color coat. But first we're going to get started with the Autoborne sealer. Now the Autoborne sealer is this product, the silver sealer, and it's basically Auto Air's primer sealer. They have many colors. This one is the silver, as I said. It has some metallic in it, flake in it, very fine metallic flake. Basically what their Autoborne sealers do, other than what a primer sealer normally does, is give you a surface prep. They are color keyed, and they have all colors. They have silver, black, white, green, red, blue, orange, red. They have all colors. What they have designed those sealers for is to, you have to keep in mind, first of all, let's back up just a little bit. Auto air colors were designed for auto paint businesses. Primarily, that's what they were designed for. Now, they can be used on plastic models, but that's not the primary, that was not the primary goal in mind when they designed these products. So you have to keep that in mind. As a primer, as I said, and it does give the plastic surface some texture. I'm not a big proponent of priming plastic. You know, when I'm using the enamel lacquer thinner mix, I never prime, or very seldom do I prime. Sometimes I will. If I've had to do a lot of body work or sand or whatever, then I will put a layer of primer down, but not always. I guess the other thing to tell you about the primers, the auto air primer sealers, or the Autoborne sealer, after application and they have dried for about 30 minutes, you can shoot water-based paint on top of those primer sealers. For solvent-based paint, they will take it, but you need to either do one of three things. First of all, you need to either sand it, dry sand it. Number two, wipe it down with a good degreaser. Or number three, let it sit for 48 hours. Now, I have not used the degreaser. I have dry sanded it and used House of Color. I have used Duplicolor. I have used the enamel lacquer thinner mix. I have used just the Testors Hobby lacquers. After you let it sit for 48 hours or do a dry sand, then you pretty much can do anything you want. We'll be applying some light mist coats. We'll be using the Pache H. We'll be using the number 5 needle nozzle air cap setup, the largest setup for the Pache H. To keep in mind that the number 5 setup is a 1.1 and some change millimeter nozzle. It is good for these types of paints that have a lot of metallic in them. Now, this Auto Air Silver Sealer has some. It's very fine. It's not hard to get it to go through a, at least a 0.5 millimeter needle and nozzle setup. I wouldn't try to go any smaller than that. The Wicked aluminum, on the other hand, is a completely different animal. Now, it's heavy. You can almost see the flake in the bottle. It's heavily flaked. I have practiced with this. I have experimented with this for probably a year, just on scrap bodies, and just to, I don't like to take my projects and use them for experimentation. I like to have all that under my belt. That's why I keep scrap bodies where I had kits that I bought for the engines of the tires or whatever. I'll use the bodies for scrap, put them in the super clean, and recycle them and continue to use them over and over to where I have practice subjects. So, all right, that's where we're at. I'm gonna mix this up real quick, and then we're gonna go to the paint booth and start our paint process. Let me move this out of the way. Now, we're gonna be using also for our thinner. We're gonna be using the 4012 high performance reducer. This is an Auto Air product as well. Auto Air, Wicked, Createx, they're all under the Createx umbrella of products. We won't get off into the individual items themselves, but we'll move on, talk about the Wicked product when we come to shoot the aluminum base coat. And we'll also have a chance with the top coat using the Wicked Blue Pearl mixed with the Candy 2.0. All right, let's get started. We're going to be using about 20% by volume of the high performance reducer. Now, this product is not overly thick. It's not like a folk art or anything like that. That's all we're going to use, because we're not going to need probably any more than that. If we do, I can always mix a little more. Now, instead of mixing 50-50 like you see me want to do with, at least with craft acrylic, we're going to put about that much is all we're going to put. This high performance reducer has let me try to do it that way. Breaks this product down very well. You don't have to use a whole lot. You can also put in their 40-30 balancing clear, which we'll be using that with the Wicked aluminum and the Candy color, this is almost mandatory to use with the Candy 2.0. It's a mid-coat clear, balancing clear, whatever you want to call it. It has adhesion bonders in it, adhesion promoters in it, I should say. And it's really makes the paint lay down well. It speeds up the drying time. Just makes the paint perform much better than it would on its own. So there's where we're at. We're going to take this over to the booth. We're going to be shooting it with the Pache H number 5 needle, nozzle, air cap. We'll be shooting at 30 pounds. We'll make several passes. I won't be talking during the paint process, and then we'll come back here and take a look at the finished product. So stand by and I'll see you shortly. All right, here we are back at the bench, and there is the finished product. I know it's very difficult under the lights that I have here to make anything out of it. It's hard to see the fine metallic that's in this silver sealer. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't mask off any of this, I intend to make the all this body color, as well as of course the fender wells and what have you. We'll leave the inside. I've already painted it a satin black. It laid down very nice, as I said. It laid down smooth. It laid down the way it's supposed to lay down. As I said, this is the prep for your Wicked aluminum. It will help you when you use this. Now, if you try to put more than a couple, 3 coats of this on, you're going to be dealing with flakes standing up. That doesn't bother some. It doesn't bother me, really. I mean, to the point to where I'm going to, start all over again. As I said, if it bothers you or you feel like it's going to affect the final product, then you can always take some, 4,000, maybe even 6,000, just something to knock the top of the flake down a little bit and not move it around. Now, if you go in for 3,000 or anything coarser than that, you run the risk of moving the flake around and causing it to splotch up and tiger stripe or what have you. It's best to leave it alone if it's not just really bad. You're going to clear coat it. The clear coat will, for all practical purposes, bury it up. Now, that doesn't mean when I say bury it up, people conjure up in their minds that you're putting you're going to lose your deep body details and your panel lines and script and stuff like that. If you've got good clear coat, which my go-to is the enamel gloss top coat mixed with lacquer thinner, I don't think you can beat that. I will put that up against two-part urethane when it comes to shine and depth of resolution and all that. So anyway, there we go. There it is, and our next video will be the applying of the Wicked aluminum base coat for our in preparation for our Candy 2.0 Wicked Blue Pearl mix, and we will be looking forward to seeing you back for that. All right. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you stick around for the remainder of the process. Be some other videos coming out on my muscle car muscular dystrophy build for Scott at Saltwater Scale Models, and then I have a special project that I'm going to be revealing in the next probably 4 or 5 days or so. If you're a drag race fan, please stick around for that. I think you'll like what I'm going to be doing. So we'll be putting that out for everybody to see. All right. Until I talk to you again, take care of one another. May God bless you and your family. Don't take any crap from anyone. See you soon.